Yeah, yeah, old school. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, this ain't for everybody. Some of y'all need to hear this. I know you're in the trenches fighting, but check it out. I'm gonna put it down like this so I can help the saints understand. Everything you're going through is all part of the master plan. Or what? You thought cause you got saved everything was gonna be peaches and cream? You better wake up, son. Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. Faith without works is dead. Read your Bible, you know what it said. He who don't work don't eat. Slackers don't get fed. Yeah, Jesus said he who puts his hand to the plow looks back the same ain't fit. Some of y'all ain't been in the trenches 5 minutes and you about ready to quit. I ain't mad at ya, I'm just hitting you with the real. If you died for me and I was still tripping, now how you think that make you feel? Check this out, deep game, this here's deep. Some of y'all ain't sawing nothing but you started trying to reach. But unto him who is able to possess your fathers by his glory. Struggles might be part of your testimony, but it ain't the end of the story. Now the point is this was prophesied way back in the day. Choir, sing your hook right here and see if the church can relate.
I know we can make it. I know good and well. God can work it out.
Not strange, the fiery trials are to try you. You say, why you? But your church say, what would Jesus do? Why you asking if he ain't trying to do what he's saying? He told you he was going to have tribulations, but you thought he was playing. 1 minute you're telling how good God is and can't nobody beat the talk. The next minute you're backsliding so fast, look like you're moonwalking. Oh yeah, I'm preaching to myself because I ain't no better. It ain't like I've been following his every word, obeying it to the letter. So we soldiers, we got to remember that. Regroup, stay on point. Yeah, bow down, confess, repent, stay humble, let him anoint. It ain't easy as I thought it was. I'd be lying if I told you that. But it's showing up getting better all the time. Trust me, that's a fact. Ain't nothing we going through that can't be handled. God put that on his son. Like they say, you can shout now if you want to, cause the battle's already won. So while you're going through the valley, don't even trip. You're gonna be on top. Choir, sing the hook line one more again. This time you don't stop.
I know we can make it. We can make it. I know good and well. God can work it out. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Timothy, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I don't know. Were you hearing me a few moments ago?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I am so sorry, man. I don't know what's going on with the switchboard. Sometimes they be acting like crazy, man. I gave this big, long introduction and stuff, and you didn't even hear none of that?
No, maybe it's the weather. I'm here in Colorado, and it's snowing pretty good.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope you snuggled up and your feet are warm and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah. We got the fire going. We're just watching it snow.
Oh, shoot. Well, all right. Well, anyway, everybody, again, we're talking to Timothy Huston, and we're going to be chopping up about his project and find out what's going on. And, again, man, thank you for taking time out to join us. I know, you know, rock stars and musicians like you guys used to be flying around the world doing all that stuff, you know.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, well, talk to us a little bit, man. I always like to hear from the artists, and then we'll jump into the questions we have for you. But, you know, I'm a country boy from Texas, man, so I like to do it the old school way. I like to hear from the artists, man. So why don't you tell the listeners who you are and if you like to fish or what you do. Tell everybody who you are, man. And then we'll
all right. Well, my name is Tim Huston, and I'm a vocalist, singer-songwriter. Some of my hobbies are, you know, writing music, recording. I love to take the trips up into the mountains. Like I said, I'm here in Colorado, so it's beautiful all the time. You can just take a trip and kind of lose the real world for a while and, you know, just kind of regroup and relax a little bit and go up and see the mountains. And then, you know, there's the other part that, you know, I like to do the work. I like to get on stage. I like to play the songs for the people and hope they like them. And mainly, you know, I just really enjoy hanging out with my family, and they're very supportive, and they're behind me whatever I decide to do. So that's a blessing from God right there.
Right.
So yeah, I just been doing this a long time, and hopefully I get to do it a lot longer. And yeah, I'm just we're ready to go, Lamont.
Fantastic, man. You sound like a fantastic guy, man. I'm honored to meet you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're excited about the new year, and we've been on a little break. We've had some family. My guitar player Ruben's father passed from cancer a couple months ago. And, my mother passed about 3 weeks ago from cancer also. But we're kind of regrouping, kind of getting everything back together. Thank you.
Sorry to hear that, man. And prayers up to you and your family, man, because I know how traumatic that can be. Even though we know one day we all got to go that way, but nevertheless, we're not ready.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm fortunate to have good family and friends, and they got me through it, and we took a little break. We usually take a break around Christmas because, of course, we all have children, and we like to take that time, Christmas, New Year's, spend it with the family, and then get back to work,
Right.
So, yeah, we're kind of almost done with our break now. We're about another 2 weeks out, and we get back to playing shows and heading back in the studio to do another 5 songs.
Hey, when you take a break, do you ever really feel like you're taking a break?
No. No, you never do, because you're always thinking, I'm always calling the agent, hey, what do we got going on? And, hey, I got this idea for a song, and you're talking to the band. So, yeah, you never really feel like you're taking a break, but at least you get to, not put on pants and hang out around the house.
Yeah, well, I already knew the answer to that one, but I just wanted you to say it so everybody else could hear it.
Well, you're right. You're right about that.
So the topic, we were talking about metal to Motown. I mean, what is your reference? What is your reference with that?
Well, when I was about 18 or 19, I was at a party, and I was over by the stereo, as usual, singing along to, I don't even remember what it was, and a guy came up to me and said, hey, I have this band, and we have an agent, and I really like your voice. Would you like to audition? And I said, well, yeah. And so I went over there, and I got in this band, a band called Teaser out of Toledo, Ohio, and we started doing all the top 40. And then a little later on down the road, after that dissolved, I got into more of a hard rock touring band. I was kind of intrigued about the hard rock, the metal, the distorted guitars, and I was pretty good at, singing some of the songs. But I grew up, as you might know, I don't know, Toledo, Ohio is about 50 miles outside of Detroit. Mm-hmm. So the first music that I heard and fell in love with was Motown. It was all over the radio there, and it was Marvin and Smokey and, James Brown and all the bad dudes. And so I was always had that in my head, but this hard rock thing had the edge, and the girls seemed to like it, and it was loud, and and I kind of got into it, and so I did that for a while. I had some pretty good victories with that, and so that's kind of where I came up with from metal to Motown, because once I decided a few years back that I was was done putting on the tight pants and screeching, and I wanted to go back to my roots, and my roots were naturally blues and soul and some funk thrown in there, So that's kind of where that came from.
How old were you when you started? Well, you play guitar, right? Or you're just a vocalist?
Yes, sir. I do. I play guitar and keyboards live, and I'm the lead singer. And I was probably, how a lot of cats, when you go to church on Sundays, you get your little friends and you're all standing around and talking about how you're going to be, famous and everything. And I just happened to find a couple of cats that were a drummer and a bass player, and I played a little guitar, and I was about 13, and we started playing these, these barbecues and these picnics that the church would have, and they'd let us set up our little equipment and play songs for them, and so we just, I went from there. It's been a long haul, man. I think I was about 13 or 14 when I first played in front of people.
Yeah, when you first got cursed with the music.
I did.
But I noticed you mentioned I noticed you mentioned in church also.
Yes, sir. We went quite a bit. My mother was very religious, and that was what made her happy. And she was actually, when she was younger, she was a soloist in her church in the choir, and that I was about, I think I was about 10 or 11 when she looked at me one day and she said, "Listen, I think you're old enough and you'll have enough respect. Here's all my albums and here's all my 45s. They're yours now, but you better take care of them, So that's kind of what really got me into trying to emulate all these singers that I loved, to try to hit the notes and hold the notes and make sure that I never went off key, that I was solid.
Wow. Yeah, you had some home training too. That was a blessing
yes,
as
sir.
well.
Yes, sir.
And I really hate too with society now. I guess in my era when I was coming up, we had a lot of music programs in school. That were free.
Uh-huh. Right.
I mean, we had band, and you had harmony classes and just
cool.
choir. At an early age.
Right.
And now I notice if you don't have any money to really afford to be able to send your child to a certain school or even to afford the training, a lot of kids miss out, on the public school level.
Yep.
And I think we lose a lot of musicians, man, and I wish, more people really get back into pushing those programs or making those programs available to kids, and I know what happened. They start throwing computers in their face. You know what I mean? And
yep.
You know how that went. The kids got computer lit, and then they start sampling music, and then they put the instruments down and they stop playing music.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I totally agree.
I think I would like to see it go back the other way. They kind of back up on some of the video games and start pushing bands so we can get, more musicians and more songwriters out there, more kids that actually know how to play. And, I think that would really help the music business and music in general, because there's a lot of talented kids out there.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Absolutely.
I would definitely like to see that happen. So your band now, how long you guys been together?
I got out of the last thing that I was in and started this about, I'd say 6 years ago. And I just hung out in my little apartment and, just wrote songs. I just started writing songs, and then I got a hold of my old bass player that was in the band that I had just left, and I said, "Hey, you want to kind of work these up with me?" And I talked to my son, and he was young, but he's a hell of a drummer. And I said, "You want to come and play, and just let's see what happens, And then, about 6 years ago, he helped us make the first 4-song disc, and then he had to get back to his band because they were heading out on the road to I think New Mexico, Arizona, and a couple of other places. But I ended up finding a replacement, and yeah, we've been. The lineup that I have now is probably the best thing that I feel like I've ever done, and it took me about 3.5 years to get these people. So yeah, about 6 years, I would say, something like that.
You wanna mention their names, or you wanna keep them?
Yeah, I got. I'm sorry, I got Greg Boland, who was with me from the beginning on bass guitar, and I've got Brian Sikora. I call him Dr. Funk on drums. I've got Ruben Cisneros on guitar and backing vocals, and then we have a girl that's seen us play live in front of a band she was in, and she kept saying, I got to be in your band, I got to be in your band. And I was like, yeah, but you play flute. I don't know, and because I didn't know how it would work out, and
right.
So we finally got her over to a rehearsal. Her name is Kelly Sheridan, and she's a sweetie. She's our little sister, and she's our flautist. She actually plays keyboards live also, and she's a pretty good dang bass player too. And,
That's hot.
and she is actually, which is the really cool part about that story, is she's actually from Detroit. And I told her, I said, sweetie, I cannot believe that we were doing the same things back home and never realized that, in the 2000s, we would be together writing songs in a band out playing shows. It's funny how things work out, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so she's from, 15, 20 miles, maybe 30 miles from where we grew up together, kind of, but didn't know each other. So, yeah, those are my guys. Those are my dogs, and I have a great time with them because we're all friends, and then on stage, that's just a bonus.
That's wonderful, man. Big
yes,
boy
sir.
sent you that flautist too, boy, because you sound like she was persistent about being in the band. She already
tells
knew what
everybody
was up.
she stalked us. Yeah, yeah. She said she stalked us because I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to be that guy that says no, and
Yeah.
finally after about the 4th or 5th email, she said, I'm serious. Just let me try. I'll show you what I can do. And, yeah, I think God sent her our way for a reason.
Yeah. He knew what he was doing. Hey, look, he knew what he was doing. You just didn't know yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, he didn't clue me in yet. He gave me a little slap and said, hey, listen, do this, okay?
Yeah, you didn't get the memo. Well, listen, Tim,
right.
we got some of your music. We got some of your music queued up here, man. We're going to play Shake It Off, let our listeners put their ears on that, and then we could chop it up about it.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Let the windows down. Turn the air conditioner up. Put your ears on this. It's the Tim Huston Project. This is Shake It Off.
Well, I've seen you underneath the moonlight, yeah.
like we did last night. Hey, when you pulled him close to you, at that time I knew that you were. Oh, you were playing the moonlight, working the spotlight. Oh yeah, you had everything in place, and that smile upon your face to me. My affection, then you showed me to an direction. Hey, you pulled him close to you. At that time I knew that you were. Oh, you were playing the moonlight, working the spotlight. Oh yeah, you had everything in place, and that smile upon your face to me, yeah. Come on, Ruby, go! You had everything in place, and that smile upon your face to me. Playing the moonlight, working the spotlight. Oh yeah, you had everything in place, and the smile upon your face drew me in. See you later, baby.
I am Indy. With your host in the mind Patterson. I'm independent, but a minute. I'm feeling fine all the time. On my pride, I am indeed. Alicia Rain at the wave.
Yes, we back with our guest today, Mr. Tim Huston. Hey, man, that was funky, man. I like that.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. We're, I don't know, we're having a lot of fun, bro. It's hard not to smile when you hear the songs because we, I don't know. That song was one of those ones that came to me right. I had my guitar on my lap, and I think I was watching a Denver Broncos game and writing during the commercials, and it just popped out. So I took it over to the band, and they were like, yeah, we can do something with this. So that's kind of how that all came about.
Yeah, I definitely like that.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely. And y'all the same guys played on that one?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
I think all the songs that you have off of this album, Unfinished Business, are all these guys that I'm with now.
Oh, yeah, we got a funky group of guys, man, so I can definitely
Thank
see
you.
It's just great things in store for you.
Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated, my friend.
Well, it is what it is. Hey, look, what the kids say, it is what it is. It is what it is.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
It is what it is till it ain't, right?
Yeah, until it ain't. You know what I mean? That's so. So tell me, Tim, how do you feel? You know, I know you've been, in the music business for a minute. How do you feel about, the internet and social media? How do you feel like all that has affected the music business?
Well, I believe that I miss the days where there was agencies and that had lots of connections across the country, and you could just get on your bus and go. And You know, there's the cool thing about the internet is a lot of people can hear you all at once. But then the other part of it, you know, I believe that it takes away from the artist getting the money deserved, and there's a lot of people that are getting free stuff, and, you know, none of this is free for us. You know, it's hundreds of dollars an hour to record. You know, your gear is thousands of dollars, and because you want to have nice stuff, you want it to look good, and you want it to sound good. And I think that I don't know, bro. I think that there's some good things about social media, and then I think that it's really taken away from the time, and I imagine you probably remember this too, some of the best parts of going and buying the whole record was discovering those deep cuts and reading all the liner notes and looking at all the pictures, and now it seems like nobody's got time for anything, you know what I mean? They're just like, all right, play the song. If I don't like it in 10 seconds, I'm turning it, you know? It's like, man, just sit down, shut up, and listen for a minute, you know? But I think it's taken that away from the music business. I really do. I think everybody's in such a hurry that it's just, I don't know. I don't even know the word that I'm trying to look for. It's just there's some good, but there's some bad too. Don't you think?
You know, well, you know, my twist on it is because I come from the analog era. You know, we used to have to actually play. You know, we could, you know, you could give them a milk crate or a soapbox, you know, and if you got it, you got it. You know, you didn't need to be produced like I see a lot of artists now. You know, they can go in the studio and you can punch in, punch out 50 million times. You know what I mean? How can you not get it right? You know what I mean? So, you know, coming from that, you know, and being aware and involved in the old transition from when we had record stores on every corner, you know, we had, you know, one-stops. You know, it used to take you a week or so, you know, to get some vinyl, you know, across the pond. And it's just, even with the vinyl, you know, the imperfections were actually sounded good. You know what I mean? I think a lot of digital stuff, and I tell some other friends, you know, sometimes digital music reminds me of a hospital. I don't like the too clean smell. You know, I just don't.
Man, you ain't lying.
I want to hear you breathing. You know, I want to hear your fingers on the strings. You know, there are certain things that are just real that, you know, sometimes the digital stuff, it makes it too clean. You lose some of those things.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely nailed it.
You know, and then the other
I feel the same way.
Yeah. You know, and the other big thing is, you know, I think you mentioned something about, you know, record labels and different stuff now. You know, I knew there was a time where you really had to play and your music had to have legs, you know, and the guys would actually come out to see you. You know what I'm saying? They would actually come out to really see you. Now it's like if you don't have enough hits, if you don't have enough likes, and if you don't have enough views, they're not even checking for you.
Man, I know. Isn't that crazy?
And you could be the best artist in the state, but you know, but you could be lacking on the social part of it, that part of it, and that could be just because you haven't established a team yet that's actually handling that for you. But that has nothing to do with your music and your stage performance and your abilities. You know, but these cats won't even, they look at your numbers, and if your numbers are impressive, then they say, oh, okay, let me go check out Tim and them, see what they got happening, you know, because they got all these views, they got all these numbers. But then if that's not happening, then I ain't got time. And to me, that's a disservice of the Internet. That's just my view.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right. It's like dealing with bankers, you know. If you ain't got enough credit, then you're out the door. So I totally agree. That's a good way to put it.
Yes. So tell us about your song that you had happening in France and Italy.
Oh yeah, that was back in the late '80s. I was in a band called China White, and we were young, and we were playing our songs, and we were starting to draw 600, 700, 800 people to a gig, and back then we would rent halls. You could rent halls and use their security and their bartenders and throw a concert there. So we were doing that, and we just happened to send out 45 we made with our producer Al Hirschman up in Fenton, Michigan. We recorded those songs at Grand Funk Railroad Studio, and we just started getting these playlists, and Shock Rock in France sent us one, and we were number 8 on their charts. And then about a week later, we got another one from Padova Italia in Italy, and we were number 8 there also. And you got to remember, back in those days, there was only one rock station for all of France, one rock station for all of Italy. So we were pretty proud of that. We were like, oh my God, we don't have a manager. We were booking our own shows, and we didn't have anybody helping us. It was just us. And we ended up with the number 8 song in France and Italy for about 8 or 9 weeks, I think. We kept getting playlists and all this crazy fan mail from all these different countries. And then, like, about, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, I found out my old bass player that was in that band sent me a link to the Encyclopedia of Metal Music. And we were in it, and they put us in the history books because we ended up getting a hit song over there in France and Italy without any help, no record label, no publicist, no manager, no booking agent, nothing. It was just us 4 little dorks, goofing around and sending our music out.
Well, that was worth the honorable. That was worth the honorable mention because that normally don't happen.
Right? I mean, it's just like they got one of our promo pictures in there, and an article about what we did and what we accomplished and how good of airplay we were having in different states and stuff, just on our own, So, and like you said earlier, back in the day, we had all those music shops, and we had some places back where I'm from called the Head Shed, and there was like 4 or 5 of them in our city, and we would put our 45 in there, and they would sell out of them, in like a few days. So we thought, well, maybe we got something going. So yeah, that was the story behind that.
Well, that's a good indicator if it don't sit on the shelf, because nowadays it can't sit on the shelf over 5 days, else it's out of there.
I know, right?
If you can get it in there.
Yeah. Now you got to buy retail space, just to get it's crazy. It's just like sometimes we're I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to computers and everything. I use other people for that. But, like I said, there's some good things, but there's a lot of bad things too. And it's all about the numbers.
Yes.
Back then it was about the music and if you could really play, you know what I mean?
Right. That's when the stuff was pure, you know what I mean? Just
exactly.
Raw talent. That's when it was pure. So that's what I'm lobbying for, man, to get some of these instruments and get some of these music programs back into, the schools, the public school level, because everybody can't afford to go to private lessons. And it's great if you can. I'm not taking away from that at all, but, I want to make it possible for everybody, and I would think, more of these, should I say, superstar established artists, they would even look to do stuff like that,
Absolutely. We've done a couple of over the years, a couple of concerts to help raise money for to buy instruments for the schools.
Right.
So yeah, we're all about that too. We're with you on that.
Yeah, we hear them talk about, we gave them some football uniforms and all that, but we don't need to make no more gladiators. We need to make some more musicians.
You ain't lying.
We don't need to make no more gladiators. You know what I mean? We got enough of them out there.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, well, Tim, look, we're going to play some more of your music, man. Let me see.
Okay.
We got Them Bones, Keep Mix, and Broken. What do you suggest?
Broken is the newest single. That's the one we're kind of pushing, but Keep, I think you'll really enjoy that. That's been getting lots of, here we go again, lots of views and hits, So, I would say, I would hope that any one of those that you played that you would enjoy.
Okay, well, why don't we do this, man? Because I hope to play them all, but we're going to save Broken for last since that's the most recent, correct? That's
sure.
So we're going to play that one for last and leave that one on everybody's mind. So we're going to play.
All right.
Let's do that. Everybody, you know the drill. Let the windows down, turn the air conditioner up, and put your ears on this. This is Mr. Tim Huston. Tim Huston. This is Keep Mix. I already love this.
Take my heart, you'll never despair. All the things that you put me through, yeah. Body's gonna love you. But keep on keeping your love away. Don't you wanna believe there's nothing more you can say? Keep on keeping your love away. Don't you know, I wanna go. All the pain that you put me through, I can still say that I love you, baby. If you just look into my eyes, you'll find a love tonight. Ooh. But keep on keeping your love away. Don't you wanna believe there's nothing more you can say? Keep on keeping your love away. Don't you know why I wanna go? Yeah. All the pain that you put me through, I can still say that I love you, lady. If you just look into my eyes, you'll find a love tonight. Ooh. Keep on keeping your love away. Don't you wanna believe there's nothing more you can say? Keep on keeping your love away. Don't you know why I wanna go? You make me want
Okay, your girl Miss Dramaganza, check. Lip gloss, check. Mascara, check. I am Indie with the homie K Diddy, check. You listening to Blog Talk Radio, baby, and I love you for it. Mwah.
Yeah, we back with Mr. Tim Huston, man. That was another slam in the track, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had a lot of fun recording this record here in Denver, working with Jeff Cannon. He's been on a lot of big records, and super great studio, super nice people. We love it over there, and we're going to go back in there and do the next 5 too.
Yeah, that song got a great feeling, man. You know, it was one of my favorite artists back in the day, and I still like today.
Who's that?
Steely Dan.
Oh man. That's.
I think he was before. I think he was before his time. I think he was a little bit before his time too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I think they were pretty progressive, but I think that the downbeat and the guitar work and the vocals is what made it good for everybody. You didn't have to be like a progressive kind of guy. You could just really good feeling songs. That's what I think about Steely Dan.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking when I'm listening to your music, man. I mean, it's good feeling. I mean, I could see people actually, just riding with the window down, smelling the trees, smelling the grass. It's just a good vibe, good feeling. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you very much. That's much appreciated, Lamont.
Well, music is the international language. What can I say?
Yes, sir. I think it's the last magic left on earth.
Yep, and I tell everybody, boy, if you can get people's head bobbing, then they'll hear what you got to say. If you can't get that, then
yes, sir.
It don't matter what else is happening, man. If you can't get their head bobbing, it don't mean nothing.
That's right. Yep. Toes tapping and head bobbing. If they're not doing that, then you might as well just stop playing.
Yeah, man. And I definitely like your vocal work on that as well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So what do you see? What do you guys see coming up? I mean, you doing any film work, any TV appearances, or you just going out on the road and tour?
Well, mainly we want to get this next record done, and we're going to be using a film company here in Denver to do our first video release. And then after that, we're looking at some festivals now. Our agent is she's checking on some festivals for us, and there's a radio show here in Denver that stood behind me when nobody would listen to my stuff, and they ended up in their radio station building a live studio, and they had us in last summer to do a live show on TV, and we were getting monster requests for the songs and stuff from like almost 40 countries.
Wow.
So yeah, they really stood behind us, and we love the heck out of those guys over there, and they're still behind us. They regularly spin our songs and talk about the band, and once in a while, I'll call in and say, hey, what's up? Check this song out. And yeah, so some more of that, definitely some festivals. And we got some other shows coming up after our break is over here locally in Denver and outside of Denver. And then we're going to try, if we can, to get a couple little mini runs going, like hit 3 or 4 states and then come back for a few weeks and then go back out and hit them again and until they know who we are and until they want us to come back, every time. So that's pretty much our goal. take over the world, basically, brother.
Well, that's my company's slogan. World Movement is moving the world with our music. So that's what we all about over here.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
That's what we're all about over here. So definitely let us know, when you come to this neck of the woods, man. We'd like to come out and see you, man, and, spend some time
I absolutely
with the band.
will.
For sure. We're going to look forward to that. We're going to play Them Bones, Tim.
Okay. That's
all right. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's one of those roll the dice songs, If you don't roll the dice, you ain't got a chance. It's like the lottery. If you don't play, you can't win. So roll them bones and see what happens.
I'm chuckling over here, man, because I say, dog, boy, I'm gonna win the lotto one day because I never won anything, and
right.
And I said, well, but I gotta play though. But then if I play, I might lose, and then if I lose, I'm not gonna be happy because I feel like losers lose, and I'm not a loser, so I don't want to lose. But if I play, I might lose, and then I'll be mad at myself. I know that shit didn't make no sense, but it didn't make no sense.
Hey, it made sense to me, brother.
Hey, look, it made sense to me too. Everybody, this is Tim Huston and Them Bones. Put your ear on this. Y'all know the drill.
Well, I got this same feeling deep inside my soul. I get this crazy feeling. We all got to go. Just rolling bones. 'Cause that's all we know. You gotta roll them bones. 'Cause that's all we know. Oh, yeah. Well, let's shake, baby. The ceiling's about to burst. We're gonna set these walls on fire. We all got to learn. Just rolling bones. 'Cause that's all we know. You gotta roll them bones. 'Cause that's all we know. Oh, yeah. You gotta roll them bones. 'Cause that's all we know. You gotta roll them bones.
I like to see that one. I would like to see that one live.
Yeah, that's our opener.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we open the show with that usually. Try to get them up and dancing right away.
That's amazing, man. I think I still got it.
Awesome.
Yeah, because I didn't say it like you said it, but you know what I mean? That's what I was feeling.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was feeling. Hey, well,
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we're going to run it back to back, man. We're going to go ahead and play Broken, man, while I'm feeling the spirit.
Awesome. Well, this is the new one. I hope you like it, brother.
All right. Well, you want to tell our listeners about, how you did it, the writing process, or what inspired the song?
Yeah, our guitar player, Ruben Cisneros, was reading a poem in his studio that his wife had written, and the words that it wasn't the lyrics to the song, but it was a poem, and the beginning of this song that you're about to hear, that's what came to his mind, and he brought it to the band for rehearsal one night, and we just, all of us just started writing our parts. I took off and came back to my house up here in the foothills and spent a couple days trying to figure out what would be, some good lyrics for it, because I just loved the melody. And I came back with them, and I sang them the song, and everybody didn't throw things at me, so I thought I was on the right track. And, we got it together in about 2 weeks, and then we shot right in the studio. I called and booked some time, and we went in and recorded it. And it was the last song we recorded for this disc that's called Unfinished Business. And the song ended up being called Broken.
I love it, man. I love it. All right, everyone. You know what we like to say. Let the windows down, turn the air conditioner up, put your ears on this. This is Tim Huston Project, y'all. This is Broken. This is the new thing. So y'all got to get ready. Go get it. cut that one short, man. We're like down to the last minute or so of the show, man. I want to give you the opportunity to let everybody know where to go get at you.
All right. Well, I really, really appreciate you having me on your show, man. It's a super nice thing. Thank you very much. And if you want to find out what's going on with us, get on Facebook and go to the Tim Huston Project group page, and we tell you everything on there. Please join our club, and we'll let you know everything that's going on before it's going on, where you can come and see us, what we're releasing, where we're going next to play. I tell them everything. Even if I stub my toe that day, I tell them about it. So, yeah, if you go to Facebook, Tim Huston Project group page, and join or just tag along and listen, there's songs up there, there's video up there, there's live video up there, and there's a video of Keep, the song that we played earlier. And, yeah, I would just like to thank everybody out there for listening. We much appreciate it. And we love you all, and thanks, Lamont, for letting us be on, man. It was fun.
We appreciate you too, man, and good luck, man. And you got some dynamite music, man, and we're gonna be checking for you, man, and we're gonna have you back on, man. But for those that joined us late, this will be available everywhere right now. So ain't no reason for you not to hear this show. Thanks again, Tim, and we'll be in touch, man.
Awesome. I will be in touch, my friend. Take care, Lamont. Have a great weekend, brother.
Same to you. This is Tim
All right,
Huston,
take care
everybody.
Now.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye now, y'all.
See you guys next week, same time, 2 p.m. Wednesday. worldmovement.com. Type us in, stay in touch. World Movement, everything. And what we like to say, moving the world without music, that's the international language. That's the only thing that I know that it could elicit any type of any emotions, man, make you feel good, make you happy, all that. So you have no excuse, not to feel good. I'm going to see if I can sneak this one in by my friend Poo Poo Man from the Parliament Funkadelic people.